coming to you this beautiful day to talk a little bit more about the Steve Harvey situation. This is the big trending subject, so you know, I want to say a little bit more about it because it won't stop. People won't even let it die down. But this is coming strictly from the heart. It ain't even about everything that's going on. It's just about my opinion about the situation and what everybody is saying. First of all, let me say this. When more than one person saying the same thing about you, it's some kind of truth to it. People don't just drop out the sky and just start saying things for no apparent reason. Like, I have no involvement in drugs. So I'm not worried about somebody waking up one morning saying I'm a drug dealer. See, this is what y'all don't understand about Marjorie Harvey. She have a horrible track record. And from my research and people reaching out to me that know her personally, this been going on way before Steve. And Steve, he was blinded by her beauty. That's how I see it. Steve was looking at her outer appearance, but she's rotten to the core. And people want to get mad because we're making comments. I'm constantly getting these critics coming onto my channel trying to critique me, telling me what I cannot say. And I'm 54 years old. I say what the hell I want to say. And if you don't like it, you shouldn't be on my channel. And that's it. That's it. That's all. I'm a realist. I have never one time said nothing that I didn't hear come out of Steve's mouth, or I say allegedly. First of all, for the people that's critiquing the YouTubers, this is what we do. We content creators. If you don't like what we create, keep scrolling. This is the World Wide Web. It's a whole lot of things you could be doing besides trying to tell another grown person what they can say out of their mouths. I said this once, I'm going to say it again. The majority of you that's trying to critique us are the same ones talk about your own damn family. The same ones that talk about your children, the same ones talk about your baby daddy, but you want to defend Steve Harvey and Marjorie because they're famous. That don't make them exempt from sin. I don't know who told y'all because somebody is famous, they exempt from sin. Then y'all say, well, stay out their household. We're not in their household. Their household is in our business. We do YouTube and their household is on YouTube. So what the hell is wrong with people? They put their business on our platform where we do content and they gave us something to talk about. My mother always told me, old school, down home Mississippi woman, don't make people write about you. Don't give people something to talk about. For a prime example, have y'all heard about Denzel's wife? Do y'all hear about Snoop Dogg wife? Do y'all hear about LL Cool J wife? Do y'all hear about LeBron James wife? All these beautiful black women. Do you see them in the media? Have anybody said anything? Snoop Dogg was on trial for murder. Did his wife name come up at all? Ever? LL Cool J grew up on the streets of New York. Have you heard? So did his wife. Have you heard anything negative? I think her name is Simone. About Simone? LeBron James is one of the best basketball players of all times. Even Michael Jordan's wife, Juanita, when they went through that horrible divorce, did y'all hear anything bad about Juanita? This is what y'all don't understand. When people talking about you, it's something there. Nobody calling you Lady Heroine because they didn't have nothing else to do. Do y'all realize that Marjorie Harvey was involved in 2 federal indictments? Y'all don't like Donald Trump. Don't vote for him to be president because he's been in indictments. So have Marjorie Harvey, but you sit up and talk about her. Now if I talk about our black women, not all black women, if it don't apply, let it fly. This is what pissed me off about black women and most black people. You want to defend wrong because she's a woman. And she's a black woman. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Now, what's the difference between Marjorie Harvey and R. Kelly? I'll wait. Oh, R. Kelly touched women. Women a victim. Okay, I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm going somewhere with this. What's the difference with Marjorie and R. Kelly? Somebody said they did something and their name got in the media. The same women that's sitting here defending Marjorie dogged out R. Kelly. Were you there when R. Kelly's allegedly touched them women? Were you there when R. Kelly allegedly had them locked in a closet? No. This is something we heard because they're famous and their business end up on the internet. R. Kelly is in prison because he's a man. He went to prison for that. Marjorie was a drug dealer and she's not in prison because she's a woman. Man, come on, man. Keep it clean. Y'all want to defend Marjorie because she's a woman. Stay out of that man household. When we all up in R. Kelly business, when everybody all up in his household, when everybody hoping R. Kelly go to prison, but when it come to Marjorie Harvey, she's a victim because she's a woman. Y'all mad at Jim Townsend because he's speaking his truth. He's been vindictive. He's jealous. He's mad. Maybe he just upset that he took a rap for a woman that ran off with his rival and had Lori, left him in prison and was supposed to hold him down because he took a rap for her. She was supposed to go to prison with him. She left him after 5 years and married his rival. Had a baby. Cheated on the man she had the baby by, which was Lori's father, with his first cousin. Then completely cut him off when she met Steve Harvey the day she got married, and this man doing life without parole at the time. So yeah, his daughter go help him get out. He gets out. Now he got a story to tell. Oh, you gonna leave me in there now for to tell my truth? And y'all mad because this man want to tell his truth? Now, if he was a woman and a man left her in prison, all the women in the world would be like, he a dirty MF. Lock him up. He need to pay for what he did. But because he's a man, y'all want to say he's a hateful person? That's his story. Who are you to tell that man he can't tell his story? This his journey. That's his ex-wife. He know more about her than Steve Harvey know. See, Steve Harvey know a fake facade of Marjorie. Steve knows something that's not real. He know pretty old Marjorie Harvey, from Memphis, Tennessee. He don't know gangster Marjorie. This what y'all don't understand. We don't know gangster Marjorie, but Jim Townsend do. Lori Harvey dad does. They was in the streets with her. I have had people contact me from Chicago with some information that I'm not touching. It'll hit the media. It'll hit the media. Trust me. Because it's something serious. Hey, I'll be in there in a minute. It's something serious. And they want me to do a story on it. I refuse to. See, some things I don't touch because, which y'all don't know, I went to school for criminal justice. I know a lot about the law. A whole lot. And if you say certain things and the police say, well, I never said that on TV or that never was put out there, where you get that from? Now you involved. But I'm telling y'all one thing I know from these people contacting me and other YouTubers talking to folks. Marjorie Harvey is heavy. She into some heavy ass shit. This ain't the average wife. This ain't the average pretty girl. She for real with it. Steve don't know what he got himself into. He is gonna lose a lot of his business partners. They gonna take a lot of things from Steve. And see, with Steve, which I don't understand why I personally make videos about Steve Harvey, because I used to listen to Steve Harvey. You can't get on here and have people listening to you, following behind you, believing what you're saying, thinking you really this godly person, and you married to Lady Heroin, and she has done some heavy stuff in the streets, and y'all acting like it's nothing. Could you imagine how many families have died behind her heroin that she sold and crack cocaine that she sold, probably alcohol? When you in the streets, you in the streets. I know street people. You can take somebody from the streets, but you can't take the streets out of that person. She always gonna have that street in her. That's why she's pissed right now that I'm telling you how it happened. One of his people in his team that does his social media, he did a joke. He made a joke about Steve. He said, "Who is the comedian that never tickled your funny bone or something that never makes you laugh?" He's talking about Steve. Steve got pissed and fired the man. The man had been working for him for years. It was a joke. So he got mad and he put their business out there. This man know if I put a lie out there, I will be sued. Trust me, he is in their clique. He's personal with Steve. He knows something. He has too many details. This what y'all. But I just wanted to talk about that for a minute about the people that's defending wrong. And I'm noticing it's a lot of church folks. Y'all are godly. Yes, God forgive us for our sins. He sure does. But God will punish you. Who y'all think bringing this to path? Who y'all think is bringing this to the light? God is. This is what y'all don't understand. God bringing this to the light. Every bad situation comes to an end. Marjorie has done some heavy shit, y'all. I'm telling you what I know. Y'all don't have to believe me, but it's going to come out. I won't be surprised if she don't get arrested on national TV. I would not be surprised if they arrest her on national TV because people are telling some secrets that she thought she had buried. It's coming out. And I won't be surprised if Steve Harvey have some involvement with it. I was watching an interview last night with Mary and Essa. She been helping Mary. That's Steve's second wife. The things he did to that lady, horrible. He had her put in an institution saying she was crazy, y'all. Because she was hurt from what he did to her. And she was saying, speaking her piece, he got a gag order, had her locked up, took her son. Do you know she had proof and pictures of Steve beating his son with a belt buckle? But because Steve had money, he paid off some attorneys and some judges. All that's about to come out. So whoever he paid off, they finna lose their career. This what y'all don't understand. This ain't just some gossip. This ain't just, oh, y'all ain't got nothing to do on social media. This some heavy shit. Did you know that Essa that was helping Mary, Steve got so mad at her that they start to make her life a living hell. She had to move. She had to move her family because she was getting threats. Because Steve Harvey, the so-called godly man, the so-called man that motivates people, was threatening this woman's life because she was helping Mary. Y'all didn't know that? That's a nice vehicle. Y'all didn't know. That's what's so sad because we really believe Steve was for real with it. But the whole time, Steve, you doing all this to cover up your mess and Marjorie mess. And for all you godly people, you church folks, they each been married 3 times. They both committed adultery. You think God wants you to defend his honor saying, God forgive everybody? He dealing with them. This God business. This is what y'all don't understand. God putting this out there. Their road is coming to an end. Steve Harvey endorsements, Family Feud. Let me tell you, Family Feud. That's a family show. It's older people watching. People, grandparents is watching this show. People watch these kids with their older aunties. This show been around since I was a kid. Do you think they want this show tied into a man who's married to Lady Heroin, whose name is all over the streets of Memphis? And it ain't fake, because you know what his endorsement's going to do? For all you naysayers, they're going to go see. It's legal documentation stating Marjorie Harvey was in 2 indictments. That's from the feds. It's on their database. This is what y'all don't get. This shit is public information. Go search it. She was in 2 federal indictments through the feds. His endorsements going to find that out, and he's done. So all of you naysayers and stay out their business. What business? This guy's business. What business? Taking her for a drug dealer? But y'all the same ones would talk about your local drug dealers in your city. Your nephew that sell drugs. Your cousin. These thugs. Steve Harvey and Marjorie right now looking like they're a bunch of thugs. See, I keep telling y'all, everything that looks like a blessing from God is not from God. The devil bless people too. Y'all better remember that. The devil come, he's trickery. He come in disguise. Then he get a bunch of minions to follow. And that's what's going on right now. Steve Harvey got a bunch of minions that's want to take up for him. And I feel sorry for Steve. Why you won't feel sorry for Steve kids? They're grown now. But he left them in the dust. He left them with their mother pretty much homeless on welfare. Mary told me, she didn't tell me, she said it on her video, she met Steve working at the mall. He was there for a whole month in her city doing comedy. This is how she met him. He didn't even have enough to buy her some Denny's. She didn't know this. She started dating Steve. He kept coming back to the city after he left on his tour, came back and kept dating her. And they started to get serious. So when she started talking about marriage, she talking to Steve Harvey's mom on the phone, his mother, and she talking about marriage. And Steve Harvey's mother said, "How you gonna marry Steve when he already married?" That's how she found out he was married, from his mother after dating him for a while. So the whole time, this man is married, coming to see her, setting up house all ready to be with her, to marry her, and hadn't even divorced his first wife. Didn't even have enough money for Denny, so you know he wasn't paying no child support for them 3 kids. But see, these the same kind of black men y'all say ain't shit because of Steve Harvey. Don't talk about Steve. What makes Steve Harvey different from somebody baby daddy that don't pay child support? What makes him different? What makes Marjorie so different from the average drug dealer on the streets? Or someone that killed somebody? What makes her different? What makes her different from R. Kelly? R. Kelly is in jail right now for money laundering and what is it? It's another word to it. He was doing some other stuff. He's not in there for sex trafficking. He's not in there for molesting kids. He's not in there for rape. Is he in there for something they made up on him because the media, the world wanted him to pay? We just about got proof that Marjorie did this stuff because it's on the federal database. And y'all defending her, but y'all didn't defend R. Kelly. Why? Because he a man? Because some women said he did it? Not only that, the women with R. Kelly getting $10 million lawsuit off of hearsay. Y'all might not like what I'm saying about R. Kelly. But I'm a realist, like I said. And I am a mother of 2 sons and 2 daughters. I would hate for someone to set my son up off of hearsay. And when I say hearsay, where's the proof? Everything they said about R. Kelly, have they showed us anything besides Lifetime movies of a bunch of women saying that happened to them? No police reports, no track record from none of them little kids. One thing I know about women, they're gonna talk. So you gonna tell me out of all them years, nobody said nothing? Nobody made a police report? Nobody told a teacher nothing? Them parents knew what their daughters were doing. All these people that's crying about R. Kelly knew about Aaliyah years ago. And they still dealt with him. So I'm not hearing that. That's like right now R. Kelly get out. He had all this stuff just happen. And I take my damn 17-year-old daughter to meet R. Kelly. Man, come on, man. And I'm saying this to say, what's the difference? To ask a question. What's the difference between Marjorie Harvey and R. Kelly? And I will wait. Oh, because he molested kids. Where's the proof? 20 years later, when they grown, they say they was molested. Where's the proof? For real, the law shouldn't work that way. You innocent until proven guilty, but that ain't true. You guilty till proven innocent. And to prove that fact that you guilty till proven innocent, why are you charged? Why are you in jail until you prove your innocence? That means they saying you guilty first. But Marjorie Harvey, y'all, I had to come on here because I'm so sick of people defending this mess. I'm so sick of people getting on my channel saying that stay out of their business. They business on everything on YouTube. They put their business out there when they made those decisions. This what I tell my kids that. If somebody talking about something you're doing, you can't get mad because you did it. Don't put your business out in the world. Don't do wrong shit and your stuff end up on social media and now you upset that people talking about it and church folks, these so-called church folks defending a serial cheater. Y'all defending a man who left his children. His daughter Brandy got an interview this Sunday and I can't wait to hear what she say. Y'all gonna say she's lying too? Marjorie's son, he went overseas with his kids and his wife because he didn't want no parts of this stuff, even though she treats his kids better than she treats her daughter. And from Jim Townsend understanding is because she got his daughter when it came and got him out. Marjorie mad about that. You know why? Because she didn't want these secrets out. If Jim get out, he can come at me. So she don't even deal with her own grandkids from her daughter because she's pissed that she got her daddy out. And her daddy is telling a story, and that's his story to tell. So all of y'all need to shut up saying this man need to be quiet. Why he need to be quiet about his life? That's his fucking life. That's his ex-wife. Those are his kids, his grandkids. He was mad. She even changed his kid's last name. And I heard Lori dad is mad also. They didn't even give Marjorie permission to change their kid's last name. So this is their right to tell their story. Yes, they all writing a tell-all book. All kind of books coming out. Matter of fact, go get Jim Townsend book called Snakes in the Garden. It's out. It's deep. Go get his book. And why do you think it's called Snakes in the Garden? He's calling Marjorie a snake. And what have been the destruction of the world since the beginning of time? A woman. Stop playing with me. But this your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. I love what I do. I've been doing it a long time. I started in the public, then I went on Facebook, and now I stepped out into the YouTube world. And my mission is to share the truth. My mission is to bring light on situations. I'm praying that my people learn something from some of the things I talk about. I'm praying that some of these young girls will open their eyes to some bullshit. You know, that's my journey. That's my hope. If you look at my other videos before I got on YouTube, I'm talking about some real life stuff there. Some real shit. So don't come at me foul about Marjorie and Steve. I liked Steve Harvey. I really liked Steve. I thought Steve was funny. He motivated me in several ways. I watched his comedy all the time. I thought him and Marjorie was so cute together. And then I started hearing little bits and bits. I've been hearing this for a long time. This ain't new. And I kept saying, wow. Okay, she was a drug dealer. My daughter daddy was a drug dealer. He went to prison for 12 years. I wasn't involved, though. I didn't touch the shit. It didn't come near me. But as the years went on and it started coming out more and more and more, I started looking at Marjorie different. Then I'm watching how her daughter is moving. I'm like, this girl is young as heck and been all these different men, even if, which is a lie, even if she hadn't slept with these guys. Do she know how bad she look? To every other month or half a year, you with a different guy? And her mother and father think that's cool? I have yet to hear Mr. Motivational Speaker Steve Harvey get on there and say, I don't like what my daughter do. I don't like what she's doing. I've been chastising her. She's grown. I told her never. They took Puffy on an outing with them after she dated his son. They had a big dinner with Puffy when she was dating him and didn't think nothing of that. Are you serious? And how old is Puffy? Puffy is 50. This girl is still 20 something. And this was like what? When she was like 19? He an old man compared to her. And her parents had dinner with this brother. You know why? Because Puffy a billionaire. I'm surprised Marjorie didn't sleep with Puffy. He closer to her age than her daughters. Shit, that might come out too. Nothing surprises me, man. When it comes to human beings, nothing surprises me. But I just wanted to have a morning talk with y'all and make y'all really think outside the box. Why are they saying this about Marjorie Harvey? They ain't saying it about Miss Washington, Denzel's wife. Like I said, all these people, like Jada. One thing I can say about Jada and Will, they told the truth. I respect them for that. They told the truth. I messed up. That's when healing starts. When you can own your wrongdoing. I messed up. Yes, I did do it, Will. I had an entanglement. Will sat there, had tears in his eyes, and at the end of their conversation, what they said, bad marriage for life. That let the world know we're not getting a divorce. It died down. They went on with their life. Ain't nobody talking about the Smiths no more besides the slap. And that's just a joke now. Don't nobody talk about Will Smith and Jada no more. But they told the truth. So now they can heal and move past what they did. Y'all have a good day. Stay prayed up. Think. Have an open mind. Stop getting mad about nonsense and realize why people talking. Because Steve Harvey was the so-called motivational speaker leader for black folks. Dogged out how many black kings? Steve Harvey had dogged out so many black people and so many black men, telling them they don't know how to take care of a woman. You should completely take care of a woman. Just get 7 jobs if you have to. But you know why Steve was getting all them jobs? Because she used to street money. She's used to ballers. She's used to people buying her things because baller spends a lot of money because they not really working for it. So he had to continue her lifestyle. Like I said, if Steve worked at a factory, Marjorie wouldn't give him a time of day. But this your girl, let me go. I can go on and on about Steve and Marjorie Harvey. Y'all don't get it. But it's going to get worse. It's going to get serious. And y'all will see. And y'all heard it from me first. Marjorie Harvey most likely going to end up in the penitentiary. Trust me. Have a good day. Bye.